Yeah, I was kind of disappointed with how they did Electro.
They got a good actor to play him. I loved the design. That's about it.
Yeah, but it's like the way how they, just killed him off like that, I thought was kind of,
It's rumored.
dumb.
It's rumored they're gonna bring him back, because
He says you can't kill electricity.
technically he's right.
Yeah, because he's basically electricity, so he could have, reformed through an electric source, but
I think
we'll never know now that Amazing Spider-Man 3 been cancelled.
I feel like they should make a comic just to wrap it up, because they did leave a lot open. I'm really trying to think. I swear to God, there's got to be some recent Marvel villain that got superpowers. Actually was human, then got superpowers. I'm really trying to think. Okay, I'm just gonna think about Phase 3 right now. You guys keep playing, commentating. I'm gonna think about this for a moment. Okay.
It's out of Phase 3. I haven't seen really any of the movies, so I got nothing.
Yeah, I'll try to. Oh, another thing I wanted to add about Vulture is I loved how he wasn't like a villain who wanted to go out and actually hurt people just for money or something, or wanted world domination and stuff.
He did it for the family. He's a family man.
Yeah, that's what I loved about his character, and in the end, with despite everything that he's the way how he even respected Peter Parker for saving his daughter. He's like, I found out that you're Spider-Man, but because you saved my daughter, I respect you, so I'm gonna let you go this one time. And even when he found out about his secret identity,
Oh, nice.
Wow, I didn't think I would. I honestly didn't think I would get. No, I don't want to retry the race.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, what's up?
No, it's gone.
But if you noticed, the guy that he was talking to in the after credits, when he was in prison.
I don't remember.
I can't remember who.
In Spider-Man Home. Well,
I don't think I watched the after credits.
Well, anyway, in the after credits, there was this guy that he talked to, and that guy was the same guy who voiced for Vaz from Far Cry 3. Cool. And he had a scorpion tattoo on his arm.
So I guess he's gonna.
That's right. I remember that.
Yeah. And the guy asked him. So rumor has it, hold on. Let me try to do Vaz. So rumor has it that I can't do Vaz. Never mind. So rumor has it that you know who Spider-Man's real identity is. Want to tell me who it is? But then Vulture was all like, "You guessed wrong. I have no idea who he is," or basically something like that. He knew Spider-Man's identity, but he respected him enough to keep it a secret.
Kind of sounds like a lot of pretty much all the Spider-Man villains. Because if you notice, in most of the Spider-Man live-action movies, the villains at the end are not villains anymore. Norman Osborn, he had another personality living in him. The actual Norman Osborn himself was actually a decent man, and he did care about Peter a lot.
Yeah, but then the experimentation happened that gave him the Green Goblin persona.
I already said everything about Dr. Octopus, that he was actually a good man, a great man, an aspiring scientist who just had the world taken from him and pretty much lost his mind with these damn arms, but at the end got it back.
Kind of reminds me of Mr. Freeze, to be honest.
Sandman was never a villain. Sandman's very similar to Mr. Freeze in a lot of ways.
Yeah, you're right.
Mr. Freeze, he had this, mutation happen to him, and kind of almost ruined his life. But he just cares about getting money to help his loved one who's dying of a disease.
Yeah, he's bad to help her.
Sandman is the same way with his daughter, who has cancer. He's just trying to save his daughter.
Yeah.
He wasn't a bad guy either. He was actually a really good man who just needed his help. He just really wanted to help his daughter. Even the Uncle Ben murder thing was a misunderstanding.
Yeah, he did it by accident.
And he actually felt bad for him. And actually, he stayed with him. And that was how he was apprehended by the police.
Ladies and gentlemen, Silver Sable.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, go ahead.
I don't really remember much of Silver Sable.
No, you were talking about Sandman.
Well, you already know about Sandman, so he wasn't really... I can't really count him as a full-on villain either. Venom... Should I even count Venom?
No, don't count Venom. He was Venom. He was just Eddie Brock who went from a decent but douchebaggy reporter to a very edgelord
I don't think he was even really very decent. He was just kind of a douche.
To a very dumb edgelord idiot. Watch this.
He wasn't even evil. He was just a douche.
And then this. Oh, no.
It wasn't like
backbreaker.
Wasn't like maniacal or like unsympathetic. He was just a douche. So I don't really count him. Harry Osborn, that was just kind of a...
But then he... Go ahead, sorry.
I wouldn't really count Harry as a villain either, because he became good too and helped Peter and sacrificed himself to save him. Lizard, he was just very similar to Green Goblin, that he was taken over by someone. The Lizard experiment. But after he got cured, also saved Peter and regretted his actions. And he even, actually, he knew Spider-Man's identity too and refused to say it in prison. Like, he knew Peter was Spider-Man, and he didn't say it in prison. Like, he wouldn't tell anyone.
Oh, God.
Electro, I guess you could say, was kind of a villain.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, he kind of had an obsession with Spider-Man, like a sort of Yandere-like obsession.
I guess he was a non-redeemable villain, but he wasn't a very well-written one either. In Green Goblin, that one, I liked the actor they had to play as him, but it wasn't done very well either. Like, it had a lot of potential, but they just didn't execute it right. So yeah, it's pretty. Now I think about it, there hasn't really, aside from I guess Electro, Venom, which are pretty. Venom was a shitty excuse for a villain that people don't even like to count.
Yeah, because like I said, he turned from a douchebaggy reporter, and as soon as he got the suit, he was all like, "No, Peter, I love being bad." He just got super edgy, and I hated it.
Rushed. Electro, who wasn't well written, who what could have been good, but just wasn't well written enough. And I guess other Green Goblin from Amazing Spider-Man 2, but
Get over there!
He was really kind of rushed in just so they could. He was just rushed in so they could kill off Gwen Stacy. That was really it. So yeah, pretty much all the good Spider-Man villains turning out not to really be much of villains at the end. They're just people who had bad circumstances.
Yeah.
They're just kind of victims of circumstance. So that's kind of a trope for Spider-Man, I guess. The villains aren't really villains.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I just think, you know...
But I still liked Vulture a lot.
Me too.
Like I said, I'm still, I'm tied with number 2. I'm tied between the Lizard and Sandman. Like, Willem Dafoe, I love you, but you look like a Power Ranger. That's not really the actor's fault. That's just the costume designers. They should have made, the costumes, it works, but it could have been so much more creative.
You know, it's like, after growing up watching William Dafoe as Green Goblin, I can't really take him serious in other roles. Like, when I was
it really does kind of look like a Power Ranger now that I think about it.
When I was playing Beyond Two Souls for the first time, whenever I heard William Dafoe's character come up, all I could think of was Green Goblin, and that was it. Norman Osborn, and I'm like, I just can't get over it. And also Ryuk from the shitty Netflix Death Note movie.
Yeah. He was actually pretty good in that, but...
That was the only saving grace of that movie, because it's not that hard for William Dafoe to do something like that. Oh, by the way, Phelan. Ganondorf. Air B. Air side B. Oh. But anyway...
I like that animation. It's crazy.
Yeah! But anyway, I'm sorry, Talon, I didn't mean to interrupt you again.
Huh?
You were saying something about William Dafoe, like how, with how he was, I mentioned something about him as Ryuk, but,
oh, yeah, his performance is great. I loved his voice, I loved his mannerisms, his laugh was pretty damn creepy, even his facial expressions in the mirror were pretty damn creepy, and, dare I say, goblin-like. Here's an idea. Maybe he shouldn't have worn a big-ass mask, and they should have just made his skin turn green or something, maybe slightly morphed. Just have Willem Dafoe be the Green Goblin. Hell, isn't that what happened in the comics?
Yeah,
He would mutate back and forth into the Goblin?
He did get green skin, too, and, also in the 90s Spider-Man cartoon as well.
No, that one was a mask.
Yeah, a mask that had movable lips and eyes.
Yeah, that was stupid, but it was still a mask. Like, he would take it off from time to time. That was weird. Like, it was like Mission Impossible mask, pretty much.
All right, see you next trip. Oh,
But but after seeing Vulture, I put Willem Dafoe at number 4, just because he looked like a Power Ranger. But yeah, I'd say Vulture is my third, kind of fourth, since Sandman and Lizard are tied. Favorite Spider-Man villain. Even though I wasn't a big fan of the movie, I did think that it was pretty well done. Especially seeing how the Marvel Cinematic Universe villains are really downplayed. Like, I can think of, like, Loki was cool. Red Skull was actually okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything, like, groundbreaking, but he was more memorable. I'll give him that. The actor was definitely you can tell the actor was actually trying a lot harder than he probably needed to.
Wait, for who?
Red Skull.
Oh, yeah. I thought Red Skull was cool.
He was cool. It's just, like... And compared to all the other MCU villains, yeah, he was actually pretty good. It's just... And you can tell the actor was definitely probably having fun playing him. It just wasn't, like, anything, like, mind-blowing. You know what I mean? Like, it was no, Heath Ledger's Joker, or, God, what's another good villain? Like I was saying, the Doc Ock, or even Ian McKellen as Magneto, stuff like that.
They need to have William Dafoe as the Joker. You know, that would be awesome.
No, they needed to have him as the Devil and Ghost Rider.
Oh yeah, that too.
Couldn't you just see him playing Lucifer?
Come here.
He would be so freaking cool as the Devil.
Get over here.
Like, I've only seen Willem Dafoe, like, with that maniacal creepy voice. Wow.
And like I said, he still has that sort of voice in Beyond Two Souls, even though his character's supposed to be a benevolent, well-meaning character. I just can't take that seriously, because, like I said, every time I hear William Dafoe's voice, all I think of is Green Goblin.
Yeah, I think he might be too old to be Joker, because he's in his 60s now.
But yeah, he is.
But he would make such a good Devil. Especially, I've seen him play the Devil once in a car commercial. Like, this guy was looking at a billboard, and then Willem Dafoe was sitting across the table from him, dressed in all black with a cane. Is like,
I know what commercial you're talking about.
Because like, car salesmen are the devil.
No, he was like saying like, do you want it? Like, yeah, it just cost you one thing. And it's like his eyes were like on fire. It's like, and I was watching, I was like, he would make such a good Devil. How come no one has cast him as the Devil in any movie? He would be so freaking cool. And that was saying, like, holy shit, Ghost Rider. They ever did decide to bring back Ghost Rider in movie form? Make Willem Dafoe the Devil. That would be really freaking cool.
I would just want Johnny Blaze to come back. That's all I want.
As Norman Reedus?
Actually.
That
might not actually be a bad idea, actually.
I'd love to see Norman Reedus as Ghost Rider. I mean...
He can do the Texas accent, no problem. He rides a motorcycle all the time.
Why can't we be the one to come up with the ideas and casting for these movies?
Marvel's is doing well enough, so...
Yeah, I know, but like...
Like, to the point where they need us for their TV shows. Because what the hell are they... To be honest, some of the decisions they're making are just fucking stupid for the TV shows.
And I do love saying that.
You're just gonna leave her hanging there?
Yes.
The controller is back in Talon's hands.
As, like... The Netflix shows are okay. Like... They're hit and miss for me. Like, some of them I really liked. Like, I love Daredevil Season 1. Jessica Jones Season 1, everyone praised. I just didn't like that much.
I enjoyed Jessica Jones, actually.
I thought it was... I don't know, I just didn't like it. I hated, her lawyer. I don't know why, I really hate that actress.
Yeah, I've heard like
Luke
that
Cage
the show got like mixed reviews when it came out. People pretty much said that the beginning of like the series was just like a retelling or like a copy and paste of the first season of Arrow.
I remember I said that, and everyone, when the trailer came out,
That's what I've heard, at least.
Everyone was pissed at me when I would say that. Like, they'd said, like, you bite your tongue, it's nothing like Arrow. It's like, a rich kid who is missing for years, being trained in Asia, hit in some kind of fighting arts. Comes back home to take over his family business.
And becomes a vigilante.
Yeah, that's Arrow. Like, I know it's based on the Iron Fist character, but it's way too much like Arrow. It can't be avoided. But when I would say that, so many people got pissed off. It's like, guys, it looks like Arrow!
I mean...
And then when the actual show came out, everyone was like, oh yeah, it's a lot like Arrow.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong. You know, it's just... People just are in denial most of the time. I guess.
I didn't think Iron Fist really had the potential to be its own TV show. Luke Cage Season 1 was good. I haven't seen 2 yet. I heard it was alright.
I still haven't seen The Punisher yet, and The Punisher was one of the Netflix shows that I've been excited for a long time, but it's like, I haven't caught up with the Netflix Marvel shows yet, and I don't know where it... I know it takes place after Daredevil Season 2, doesn't it? And I want to watch...
Shocker again?
Yes.
Yeah.
This son of a bitch.
And I don't know where I should watch. Like, the thing is, my parents watched it on Netflix, and they said it was really good.
It is really good.
But I haven't seen it yet myself. It's just, I don't know, should I, like, just go ahead and watch it without catching up, or should I see it at a certain point?
I wish I could tell you. I say at least watch Daredevil Season 1 and 2.
Yeah.
At least watch those. You can enjoy it, but you'll enjoy it a lot more if you watch Daredevil Season 1 and 2 first.
Yeah, I'm still trying to finish up Jessica Jones Season 1, and then I think... Does Luke Cage come next, or Daredevil Season 2?
Daredevil Season 2.
Okay.
And then Luke Cage... Like, Luke Cage, I forgot to say, the first half of Luke Cage was great. It's probably my favorite Marvel show. Second half wasn't as good. Like, for one big reason, I don't want to spoil it, but they kill off a certain character, and the show just becomes a lot less entertaining afterwards, because this was a really pretty cool character, when all things considered. But they killed them off, and the show kind of got lame afterwards. Like, wasn't bad, but it wasn't as good.
You don't know what would be awesome for the Punisher TV show? I know they can't, like, do this because of, like... I don't know if they can do this, but, like, I want to see this on, like, you know, official, like, TV media. I want to see Ghost Rider use the penance stare on the Punisher and see how Ghost Rider reacts to it.
You know, seeing that in cinematic form would be crazy.
Because, like, obviously you guys know that, like, the penance stare is used on Ghost Rider's victims to, like, you know, make them look back on their bad choices and make them regret it. Another area unavailable, nice. But,
but then that sends your soul to hell automatically, though?
I think so, but it's like... The thing is, when he used it on the Punisher, it didn't work on the Punisher because the Punisher does not regret any of the decisions he made. Like, all of the decisions he made, like, all the people and criminals well, mostly criminals, I mean, all the criminals he's killed, you know, he doesn't regret doing it. That's why Ghost Rider's penance stare doesn't work on him.
Combat.
I feel like a lot of the people going to hell don't really regret their evil actions.
Oh, speaking of combat.
Whoa!
Look at all these guys! Wow! Do they have bazookas?
What the hell?
Do they have bazookas?
What are all these? What is that, like a turf war going up on the roof or something?
I don't know.
What is happening? I think one of them just walked right off the building.
Nice.
Nice.
But but like I was saying, the Netflix shows are hit and miss. The ABC shows...
They're all jumping off the building!
Bye-bye!
Are they all dead?
They all jumped off the building!
They're all dead.
They all just say, you know what? I've lived a full life. Fuck Spider-Man.
Oh, he's alive!
Dead.
He's a fighter! He's a fighter!
Yeah, he's a champ.
Wow, I can't believe they're all dead. That wasn't a combat.
They all just jumped off the...
No, I think
they all just jumped off the roof.
think they were confused and just fell.
That was probably bad AI design or something.
That was... No, I literally just watched them all just walk off the roof.
But anyway,
That was hilarious.
The combat tours are the ones where, like, you know those tokens that have, like, the running Spider-Man on it? Yeah. Those are the race ones. There's another one of that where it's just a red token with a fist.
Okay.
Those are the combat tours.
Alright, I'll go look for them. ABC shows, by the way, skip all of them except for Agent Carter. That was awesome.
I've never seen any of the ABC shows.
Don't.
It is, don't bother.
I still plan on watching them, though, just for the hell of it.
You're going to be bored a lot. And just go, That's going to be like most of the shows, like, Are there even superheroes in this? They do eventually bring in some superheroes, like, Sky turns out to be a superhero later, but
Excuse me.
The first season especially really really fucking drags. Like, to the point I don't even care what happens in later seasons. I keep hearing it got better. Like, it's still not great, but it's better. I don't give a fuck anymore. Sometimes when a show loses your interest, no matter what, you just don't care if they watch it ever again.